We are on a ferry and we are approaching Akdamar Island.
We are in front of one of the most beautiful churches of the Armenian church. It was built in the 10th century under the ruler Gagik I. So it was around 910, 915, this type of years. And it's unique for the place where it is. It's in the middle of this island, in the middle of Van Lake. It's really an astonishing place. It was just not a church, it was a monastery, all this place. This is the Church of the Holy Cross. When we will go nearby, you will see all the reliefs about Luke, David and Goliath, and other part of history from the Bible. The monastery was destroyed during the Armenian genocide during the First World War, that is still strong denied here in Turkey. All the monks were killed, and until 1953 and 1954 the church was ready to be demolished completely, because it was used like a training field for artillery and like a military installation for the Turkish army. However, for its unique place and astonishing reliefs and the quality of the masterpiece of the 10th centuries was too much beautiful to be destroyed. 20 years ago, they started rebuilding and restoring. It was heavy damage. And nowadays, it's like this. It's a place where a lot of Turks came, some Armenians kind of here, especially Armenians from the diaspora. And once a year, the Turkish government allows to have like some religious mass or baptism. I think was my 12th times here, no, maybe 11th, but it's still always so beautiful to see it. This is Emilio, this is coming with us. Hello. I just remember these particular things. Almost all the original kachkar that are this type of stones with the cross were destroyed during the First World War, during the Armenian genocide. And yeah, these are like replicas, or they brought them here from another place. Here you can see the place where they can put candles, the pilgrims, or the people that are coming here to pray. Once a year, they were put inside the church, and they were used for their original purpose. For reconstruction was made, especially because the church was full of bullet holes, because were used, as we said, like a training field for artillery, and the army used the church like a target point for fire anything. There is always a lower enter in order to kneel before the power of God. There is the resurrection of Lazarus, Jesus that is escaping, is fleeing to Egypt.
It was beautiful to see you again.
Ne kadar hocam?
Full tank.
Full. Sizin arkadaş.
Van.
Van'a gidiyorsunuz.
Van, Doğu Beyazıt.
Doğu Beyazıt.
Yes, Doğu Beyazıt, Kars, Iran.
Oo.
So it's so nice. So nice. Day 28. I'm about to start day in Van. Come with me. Let's go. Sunny day here in Van, 27 degrees, sweet water. Amedeo has just left. I'm just by myself. It feels very nice sometimes. Wow. Shade. Give me some shade. Okay. So look. I'm always happy myself putting the foot here. You have to get smart when you don't have long legs. Let's exit Van. I don't really like big cities. Ah yes, this is also wedding time. Look at the cars with the flowers. Very nice. I wonder if they are Turkish or Kurdish weddings. So day 28 today, and I've been riding 6,270 kilometers. Wow, feels a lot. Oh, it's not that much. The highest point are occupied by the military, by the gendarme. Over there, over there, over there. We are 2,200 meters above the sea level. 2,644. Here's the Ararat. I linked up with Amedeo and Emilio. And we are here in the middle of nowhere looking for something. Ciao! Looking for something that should be here somewhere, but Amedeo is not sure. The historian that is in him is working now, exploring new path, looking for new treasures, and I'm glad you are with us. Siamo fuori strada?
È una non strada.
Ah, perché di qua?
We are going to the Maren, this is the road to Maren Cathedral. It was one of the many cathedrals around Ani, the medieval capital of Armenia. Until very few years ago, it was impossible to see it because it was in a completely military zone. But now we are trying to be maybe the first Italians in a lot of years or maybe centuries to go there that maybe are not an equipe of archaeologists and historians. So we are like one historian, a teacher and a blogger, Francesca, and we are going to see one of the masterpieces of Armenian architecture, and the road is really shit. Welcome
Welcome to Off-Road History. I'm Amedeo, and from the last several years I'm traveling around Central Asia and Middle East, back and forward with my Jeep wheelies or with a motorbike, just to discover really beautiful places outside the main path, just off-road. Here I'm in Maren, one of the most beautiful Armenian churches that still survive after centuries. It survives the Armenian genocide at the beginning of 20th centuries. However, it's here from the 14th century when all Maren was abandoned. I will show you this site that usually no one has seen until really recently, because it was in a border area, so it was closed for foreigners and also for local. However, we discovered that it's not more. And here in Maren was this amazing church of the Holy Cross, built under the reign of Heraclius I, Heraclius the Great. The church was built by the Armenians that were allies of Heraclius the Great, the Roman Emperor, the Eastern Roman Emperor, or someone could say the Byzantine Emperor. Maybe one of the greatest emperor of their time. Was used between the 7th and the 14th centuries until the Mongols and a little bit later. It's beautiful to see the works, the high quality of works, but also there are a lot of art and maybe all the church that is in really horrible condition. However, it maintained the original shapes of the church, and no renovation and restoration were made. Francesca is rescuing our lighter.
Guarda che sono piccola. Fatte. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Italia.
Italia.
Tu?
Gusel. E che avventura, video. È local. Guarda.
Minutes after we reached the fortress, a military convoy arrived, and they told us that we were in a forbidden area, so we had to turn back, delete all the pictures, and go back to the main road. And so unfortunately, we plan to go back tomorrow with more light, but it's not possible. That's really a pity. Now we are on our way to Kars at the sunset, as usual. On a pass 2,000 meters on my way to Kars, still 32 kilometers. And look at the landscapes. I'm freezing, but it's so beautiful here.
Isolati proprio, che facevano 10 metri, invece sti qua erano belli tonici e cattivi, erano tipo levrieri, non so.
Here we are in Oguzlu. I'm sorry for my pronunciation of Turkish name. 16 kilometers north of Hani, there is this ancient church dated back to the 9th century. It was destroyed due to an earthquake in 1936. So in some way it survived the Armenian genocide and it wasn't blown up by the Turkish army. However, it maintained a unique feature and a really stunning beauty.
There are some pictures that I will show you now of the survey that the Russian did in the late 19th century. And now I will show you this incredible and unknown place in the middle of the fields and this small town that is dedicated to nowadays to agriculture and pastoral industry. Armenia is there, just behind the corner. Here are some niches that were used also for hiding during the lot of invasion that this place had during history. We moved 6 kilometers away from the last church and we reached this small town with this church that is unknown in the name, but it's called by the locals the Red Church. It's really in great shape. It suffered damage during the Turkish-Russian war, and now it's a barn, an animal shelter. However, here you can see the small village. We know about this church because there are some inscriptions that date back to the early 13th centuries, and there are some beautiful made dedication still here. But the condition of the site, despite the quality of the work and the great shape that has the dome still, it's not superb. So we are in a Tyler church. Here is the Armenian border. I'm quite scared because we found that there is a military zone. I mean, we are in a military zone. And now we are just leaving this place because for the beauty that it is, also if it's crazy, incredible, and for the place, for the quality of the work, for this small chapel that was a monastery here, it's time, I mean, it's quite sketchy to be in a military place here at the border between Armenia and Turkey. So we'll tell you later a little bit more about this place.
Change visor. Hello! I hope you liked also this day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below to my channel, share my video with all your friends. I will appreciate it, will mean the world to me. And see you at the next video. Mwah.